I can't wait to do tonight's training. I'm going to let some people kind of start and hop on in. I'm going to tag a few of you. Right now and let you know that I'm on. And I can't wait for tonight. I can't wait. And I love to put together my topics while I'm tagging you all. I love to put together my topics for the evening, all based upon what I see in the business. What I see, things that you ask me, how to be able to help a little bit more. Like, I'm absolutely huge on that. So take this moment right now and actually tag your team. Let your team know Trey is on and she's about to teach us an amazing topic tonight. So I'm tagging. I love this little feature because then I get to tell people, hey, I'm here. Where are you? All right. So now I see some of you all are starting to come on. Good. Perfect. Hey, everybody. Hey, good evening. One thing I hate is when you're sitting here and everything kind of scrolls all up in your face and I can't see. So, hey. So tonight, I'm about to rock your brain tonight. I'm about to rock your brain because all of you all know I absolutely adore and love sales. So what I'm going to do is introduce myself very quickly. My name is Tracy Madrie. I'm a triple diamond here in the company. Woo. Triple diamond here in the company. Have been here now for a full year. Have been able to do some amazing things. Also, too, I love to call myself Queen of High BV because I understand how to be able to get it done. And then even now, I just got off. I was a group. Another team asked me to come on and actually teach and pour into their team. And I was like, yes, I committed to be able to do that. I got there and I was able to do it. And then some of the questions that came on now was just like, man, I can't even wait to get to my own team and kind of share some of this light. This is not the exact same training, but share some of these amazing things in which I got tonight that will help you sell more and understand what to do. Right? So let's jump right on into tonight. Tonight's training is about following up. How to follow up, the importance of a follow-up, and then also, too, to getting you to see some things realistically. So, let me ask you this. How many of you follow up with, I want you to type a 1 in the comments for me. How many of you follow up with your people 2 times? Drop a 1 down here for me. If you follow up with your prospects about 2 times. If you follow up with your prospects 3 times, drop a 2 for me. If you follow up with your people about 4 times, drop a 3 for me. Drop that down in the bottom for me. So I see some 1s, letting me know you follow up with them about 1 time. Okay. And then I want you to see 2 if you follow up with them twice. And then also 2 if you do 3 times, put me a number 3. And then if you have a different number, the ones that I said, do a 4. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s. So what I'm seeing is the people that are on between 2 and 3. So what I'm seeing on here right now is that majority of the people on this training, and I'm going to tell you right now, you should be tagging your team for them to get on this. Tagging your team for them to get on this. Okay, Rhonda, 0 ain't a number. It's supposed to be 4. It's supposed to be 4. So tag your team right now because this one right here is going to change your business if you understand this. Okay, so I'm going to read to you all some statistics right now, and everybody after this training, I'm going to post these stats right here at the bottom of this. Okay, so sales statistics. Number 1 in sales. Have you ever heard the thing, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? But I'm going to read to you some stats. 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. That's 48%. 25% of salespeople make a second contact. So those number 2s, you're in the 25th percentile. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts. So they say, hey man, you got 3 strikes and you out. So that is 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and then they stop. Okay? That's 10% of salespeople. Now I'm going to flip this on over to you. That is usually the behavior of salespeople. So basically it says 48% of the people that reach out just never reach back. 25% of them are actually going to do it twice. Then 3%, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. 3% of them, 12% of them are going to do 3 times, and then only 10% of people be like, hey man, 3 strikes and you're out. Now, let me teach you from a professional standpoint. I want you to pay closer attention to these numbers than you do the other. 2% of sales are made in the first contact. 2%. So if you're only contacting a person once, you're giving yourself 2% of an opportunity for that to actually happen. 3% of sales, 3% of sales happen on the second contact. So if you're contacting them twice, only 3% of your sales are closing. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. So you know everybody who doing that batter up swing? Only 5% of what you do is actually going to close. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. Fourth. Now I want you to pay attention to this one, the closest out of anything that I'm sharing with you. 80% of sales, 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Between the 5th and the 12th contact. Between the 5th and the 12th contact. So if you notice right now, we didn't even see anybody between the 5th and the 12th are getting 80% of their sales closed, except I. And so what I said was, I have to get with you all, and these are stats. I'm going to give this to you. These are stats between the 5th and the 12th. Ouch. So really, I find sometimes people are saying their business isn't working, or they'll go, you know what, I just sent out all my messages and they don't want this. And then they'll put something in their head going, oh, well, they ain't got no money. My people ain't buying because they ain't got no money. Or you put in your head, my people ain't buying because when they see the price, they go away. And wrong. 2% of people, 2% of people buy on the first contact. 2%. So when they don't respond, it's not the script, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the script. It's the statistic. The statistic says, hey, 2% are going to buy. You want to know why? We're so inundated with so much information. Dang it, it's hard to make a dang on decision after just because. That's what I always tell people. Don't think that your stuff is so great that just because you decided to hop in their inbox at that moment that they're supposed to say yes to you, and then as soon as you get on the phone, they're supposed to say yes to you right now. That there's a difference between amateur and professional, and I'm telling you right now that is very amateurish. And usually when you're starting something, you got to call yourself what you are. When you're first starting, you are amateur at anything that you start. So that's why you're here right now, and I applaud you because you want to learn. You want to go higher, right? So that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Then on the second time, you're like, okay, all right, it's follow-up Friday. Everybody got to talk to that one time. I'm about to hit the inbox and I'm about to hit them with a message. And then you're like, okay, so if they want this and they got this money and they want this thing to happen, then what they going to do right now is they're going to buy from me. And if you find yourself that your verbiage starts going, you know what, I ain't got time for people to be wasting my time. I'm on this phone. I'm trying to talk to them. I'm trying to set this class. They the one who told me they wanted to lose weight. And then on step 2, now you don't. Well, guess what? 5% of sales happen at that point. 5. Just 5. 5% of the sales actually happen at that point. And then we have majority of us was in 1 and 2. So that goes to show you right now why sales are an issue. It has nothing to do with the customer. It's about understanding the sales process. So right now, if that's all you're doing, you're going to get 2 to 3% of your sales to close. So guess what? 2% of 100 people you talk to is only 2 customers. So you could be frustrating the stew out of yourself going, oh my God, I done talked to 100 people. I did 100 posts and only 2 people saying something. Well, guess what? Congratulations, you're on statistics. Because you're not within the realm to actually get that to occur. You're not there yet. Then we had other people who said, batter swing, 3 strikes you out. 3 strikes you out. So now listen, I done asked you once, I done asked you twice, now I'm number 3. So if you ain't ready by now, I'm trying to tell you right now, I ain't got no time. I'm about to be on up out of here. But in that, only 5% of the people answer. So out of your 100 people you talk to, you're going to get 5%. So that means you have 5 customers. How many of you all will sit here and go, I am not about to talk to 100 people for 5 sales? It'll make you go, oh my God, this business may not be for me. Then that's when the lie starts to creep. This business may not be for me because, hey man, I ain't got time to be sending all these dang on messages and they're going to respond. But professionally, in sales, at 3, it's only 5%. Then we rolling up to the 4th contact. Okay, you at the end of the month now, you done reached out to them 3 times and now you feeling froggy and you like, yo, y'all gonna buy this today because I'm trying to promote. I need to get to my next level. I'm trying to be diamond. I gotta get here. So now I'm on number 4 and you better buy now. And then they don't buy because it's the end of the month. But that's only 10% of the sales. So if you contacted 100 people, and I'm telling you, I'm using 100 just to be safe, because sometimes people don't even contact 100. So that means you want 10 sales out of 100. Because now you're contacting them for the 4th time, right? Now, to get to our utopia number of 80%, where is that number? Somebody type this below. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. So just when you threw them away because now your promotion didn't happen or your promotion happened, you got a whole slew of people that's trying to make a decision because that's what statistics say. Statistics say, number 1, the reason why people move between 5 to 12 is because they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out, is this something that I can do? Is this something I can stick with? Or maybe, do I like this person that's selling to me? Is this person trying to get me? Is this person really legitimate? And the more that they don't follow up with me, it solidifies to them. See, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. I'm glad I knew that stuff wasn't going to do that. But see, the more the person comes after, the more the person says, hey, no, listen, I really want you to try this Thermo X. I'm trying to tell you, this is what's going to help you. And you keep doing there, eventually, you like, well, maybe I should try it. Maybe I should try it. But remember, if we go back into those numbers, only 48% of the people just never follow back up anyway. So then we have about 10% of the tail people that do over 10. So guess what happens when you get to the 5th to the 12th contact? They're not seeing enough reps anymore. They are having an easier time figuring out who the heck they want to deal with because maybe only 2 to 3 people is actually running with them. And then those are the professionals that are still standing. Those are the professionals that are actually getting the sale. And they're like, nope, I'm going to get this. I'm going to stay tenacious. I'm not going to hear the no. I'm going to just keep on to what the sales statistics tell me that I need to be between 5 to 12 times before I kick them to the curb. So maybe if I'm responding to them all week, I got to respond to this person consistently. Like say, for instance, we said 12 times. Okay, I'm going to do once a week. Dang it, that's 3 months right there. That I actually need to stay with this contact so this contact knows I'm legitimate. I know what I'm talking about. So guess what people do when they go onto social media pages? As soon as they're in your stories, they go to, and they saw something hot in your stories, they go to your wall. They want to see who you are. What's your life like? Like, who are you? And who do I want to do business with this person? They're sizing you up. And guess what? We size other people up too. When you're on the page, we're doing the same dang on thing. We're trying to figure out if this is somebody who I want to rock with. Is this somebody who I actually want to do? So on your wall, this is why we do all these trainings, to get you to clean things on up. Because now what they're doing is seeing, do they identify with you? Do they see other people besides you? Are you just cunning? Do you just want something for right now? Like, are you just trying to fill a 400 box? Are you just trying to get a promotion to go through? Or do you really want to help me? Like, is that really why you're here? So they're looking for consistency down your wall to support your statement and your stories. You're up front, you're at top, you're selling, you're showing it works, and you got all these products on up here. But then when I get down to your wall, you cursing, or you sharing funny memes that maybe ain't something that I actually can get down. You start a lot of stuff. You talk negative. Hey, I'm gonna tell you all this. Here's what you need to stop if you do down your wall. If you do this down your wall. We all know people, like, say for instance right now, somebody wants to lose weight. And if on your wall you like, people want to lose weight, but then as soon as you tell them the price, they don't want it. I'm not buying from you. You just solidified to me I shouldn't buy from you because you're talking about me. You're talking negative about me. You're saying, hey, everybody want to be an entrepreneur until you got to do what entrepreneurs do. Well, I don't want to join your team because you're telling me you're not helpful. You suck. You need to hear that. You suck. Oh my God, is this what it's like to be on your team? No, ma'am. I don't want to do this. Your wall is either going to attract and appeal, or it's going to repel. You got to take a look at that. I know all day long, to give y'all an example, this whole R. Kelly thing that was happening, all of the tabloid stuff that was on the wall, you can scroll till you want to you in the face. You will not catch that mess on my wall, because I don't want to attract people that want problems. I want to attract people that want positive. They want to be here with me. They like to see the lifestyle. You know, I had somebody tell me, somebody asked about somebody, is she really like that? Yeah, she's like that, because she knows what she wants to attract. You have to make sure that your wall is your store. How do you feel when you walk into a dressing room and it's clothes everywhere? Do you feel like buying at that moment? No. So down on that wall, you want to make sure that all on that wall is things that are going to attract. Positive affirmations are huge. I attract good people to me. See, if you're getting up in the morning time and you're telling me social media is bad, that means you got a bad following. Social media isn't bad, it's who you're choosing to look at. So if you're looking at things that are incorrect, delete that. That's not what you're looking for. That's not what you're trying to attract into your life. And if you want to do some research attraction marketing, because you could be attracting it to your page. Be very careful. Do not talk about customers on your wall negatively. Talk about them and lift them up positively. Do not talk negative about distributors. Don't talk negative about what you want to have on your page, because they're going to leave. They're not going to be with you. Don't say that the people that are around you, it takes 5 to 12 times to decide if they want to be with you. So if you're saying on your wall, if you have this on your wall right now, take it off. The people closest around you, you think your friends are with you, but as soon as you start a business, they go away. She was trying to make a decision if she wanted to be on your team because she was trying to see about the business. Maybe she didn't want to jump. Maybe she didn't see that attraction, or he didn't see that attraction thing that jumped him quickly to your page. So now they're trying to figure it out, and they're trying to see, is this a good thing for me too? But now you didn't throw that on up there, and now your warm market don't want nothing to do with you either, because you're repelling them. Be very careful. Today is them truth bombs about what's going to help you be amazing salespeople. So guess what? There is going to be no chains on my mouth tonight. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to hear so that it can get done. Ooh, so it can actually get done. You got to get between that 5th and that 12th mark. Here's another thing to do to how to have your follow-up is be consistent. Be consistent, 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 be consistent. And the reason why I'm spending time right there is because think about when you are in business, you are developing a relationship with people. You're developing a relationship. So now what I want you to do is I want you to think about relationships, okay? Imagine, I'm going to talk to women and men in the room. Imagine if you had a man that he took you out all the time. Right? He took you out all the time. He was absolutely amazing in you. He bought you things. He paid attention to you. He did everything. And then as soon as he got you, he dropped them all. You'll be like, okay, I don't want that no more because that's not how you got me and that's not how you're going to be able to keep me. Right? Let's transition this on over into business. You're now on their wall, you liking stuff, you got them, and you're like, oh girl, you're cute, you're whatever, you're amazing, you're this, and then you hit them in the inbox, and then you get them on the phone, and you're like, oh my God, this sale's about to happen, and then they get on the phone, and then they go, okay, well, not right now. Not right now? Okay, don't be wasting my time. I am not following back up with that because I need people who are going to be able to buy and buy now. Well, they looking at, dang, what happened to my baby cute? What happened to you liking all my posts? What happened to you coming around? Oh, so you only did that to get something. Boop, bye, be gone. Because that's what you tell them when you only follow up with them one time. They're going, I knew it. That's what everybody want. All them daggone It Works people always in my inbox and they don't half want nothing. And then comes somebody like myself who's like, no, that's not what I wanted. I want you to be happy. So do I need to wait? Okay. And then I still go on their wall and still like their stuff, even though they told me no. And then I do another live video and then they pop on the live video and remember they told you no. And then they're sitting there on their video and they're going, maybe I shouldn't have told her no. Maybe I should give her another try. And then they ask a question, and then that turns into another question, and then I go back, and then they go, well, you know what? I'm still thinking, but you might have me on the hook. I'm not really sure. Okay, great. So then I still like their comments. I still like their posts. I still am on their wall. I'm still in their stories. And they're like, hold on. I keep on telling this chick no, but she won't go nowhere. Yes, because I want a relationship. Because this is what it's like to be with me in business. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to be able to give to you. This is what you're going to get. And then they go, okay, well, maybe I know this other person didn't do this. So maybe I'm going to do it with her. That's where your personal brand speaks out. I'm going to do this with her because you know what? She's tenacious. She's consistent. He's consistent. I like this person. You know what? This person has shown me their results on their wall. Dang it, they're more consistent than me. So then they start looking at their own behaviors and start thinking, why haven't I said? That's the reason why it happens the 5th through the 12th time. Then in their brain, when you're so consistent, they go, why am I not with them? Wait a minute. Why have I not tried Thermo X yet? She's been showing all these pictures. Dang it, I'm tired and sick and tired. Man, dang, the answer could be right in front of my face, but I'm just not taking heed. And then you come back on in that 5th and 6th time and you're like, hey, I'm not here to pressure you. I'm here for when you're ready. Because there is nothing you're going to be able to say to somebody to get them to do something they're not ready to do. So our job in this company is just to be amazing consultants and to sit around and constantly follow up with them until they're ready and to show them that we're consistent and to show them that we care and to show them that we're products of the products and to show them they're not the only people saying yes. Other people have said yes. And why haven't you said yes yet? So then they go, okay, I need this in my life. Yes. Okay, now I'm ready. And that is where 80% of the sales occur. That is how people go triple diamond, ambassador, presidential. Because see, a lot of people look at the top and they be like, I'll never make that. No, what they're doing is sticking around, having grit, and they'll just keep going. That's how you get to diamond 2 as well. If that's your dreams and your aspirations, it's like, I will stay here until I get it done. Because it's not about me. My goals are about me, but it's about that customer on the other end of the line, and it's about when they say yes. But that happens happens 80% of the time, the 5th through the 12th contact. So you gotta stay consistent, because ain't that what you want in your life too? Like, would you like if I sold you something and never hit you back, and I never shared anything with you, and I never came back? What would y'all like if I just went triple diamond and never came back in and poured into the team? Imagine that. I said I wanted to be triple diamond, and then I get triple diamond, and then as I'm triple diamond, then I'd be like, I don't need them no more. I got my money, I got my check. Yo, I'm good, I'm done. You're gonna be like, you know what? She used me. She didn't want a relationship with me. Nah, that's not what I want to be into. So guess what started happening? The next thing you know, my distributors would start quitting. They start moving on. They start not being on trainings. They start not being there, because what they would see is that I don't care. I use them. I didn't utilize them. But it's the mere opposite of the fact when I always tell people, do not see me being in business for 20 years and think that's why I'm successful. Because that would be a lie. My 20 years does not have me at triple diamond at 11 and a half months. What got me to that was my constant follow-up, my constant consistency, my ability to constantly respond to them and talk to them and share their relationship. And now with my distributors, now that I'm triple, y'all, I pour into y'all now even more now than when I was a freaking diamond. Because now I'm showing you this is what it's like to be here. Now you're getting my gems, you're getting my nuggets. Because I got to share with you how it is that I am triple diamond making presidential pay. Did you hear that? Triple diamond making presidential pay because I'm consistent. I'm consistent. I'm always giving out samples. I'm always talking about the business opportunity. I'm always doing host to post. I'm always tagging people. I'm always going live. I'm always doing it in different facets. Even in my groups, y'all. Sometimes I may not be live on my page. I could be in a weight loss group going live and they're talking about, hey guys, so I'm losing weight and I'm doing this and I got to do it all the time and I got to do it often and I got to share my life and share my story. And that is my brand. Regardless of what happens, I have to be consistent. I must follow up. So I was like, I got to drop that knowledge on you. I have to get you to understand consistency is key, and I'm just going to keep on saying it. You must be consistent. You must care. You must have a relationship, and you have to do it often. Now, I came up with my top 5 things that I like to do when following up, because then people go, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just keep on sending them the script? No, be human. You're not robotic. Scripts are here to guide you. They're just here to guide you. So say, for instance, you're in the middle of a script and then somebody asks you a human question. Then you got to be like, do a voice text and be like, hey, girl, yeah, I know. Isn't that dope? Like, that's hot. And then go back to the script. Let them know you're here and be consistent even when they say no. Guess what? If people tell you no and you keep on talking anyway, people really sometimes don't mean no. It's usually their defense mechanism. No. And then you be like, oh, okay. And then you go running. Okay, they told me no. Buck up, Bart. You're going to hear no more than you're going to hear yes in your life. You're going to hear no more than you're going to hear yes. So I'm going to tell you no just a whole bunch of times so you can get over it. It's not you they're saying no to. It's they're saying no to the circumstance or no to the last person who sold them something and it didn't work. They're saying no to the fact they will not be taken. I'm not going to be taken again. They're saying no to, oh my God, the last time I tried it, because they're crying, the last time I tried it, it didn't work, because they're scared. That's the reality of the situation. So when they say no, why? Okay, so I haven't even shared with you anything. Why not? Should be the next question. Or your assumption, because see, you tell yourself different things in your head. Just so you know, there's a movie in your head that you tell, and you got to make sure that you're telling yourself the right thing. So if you say, I knew they said no because they ain't got no money. Why don't you tell yourself they said no and they have money and they don't want to give it to me? Why didn't you say that? Oh, why do you say, okay, you know what? I'm tired of them in the scripts. As soon as they hit this price, they go away. That's one movie. But why didn't your head just flip over and say, maybe it isn't the price, maybe I need to show a photo too. Maybe that was the reason why. Or maybe, maybe I caught them at a bad time. Maybe they're with their kids. You know what? Maybe they're out to dinner. Maybe I should follow up with them in the morning. Maybe they're just grouchy at night. See, what you tell yourself, what you telling yourself until you get a fact, it's all fiction. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Until it becomes factual, it's all in your head. Okay? So ask why. Figure out why. Get really, really good with trying to figure out what no means. And you're going to make that sale. Because you're going to get to that point where you're just going to keep on following up anyway. Let them block you. So what? So? Like, you remember how we used to say that when we were younger? So? I need a lot of my team to start saying so. Stop taking it so personal. They don't even know you. You're like a little bubble. Even when I see out here, y'all little bubbles. Just little bubbles. That's it. I don't know you. No. Okay, next. I'll contact you tomorrow. Oh, you having a bad day? Okay, I'll hit you up later. You got to have that attitude. You got to have that attitude. You must have that attitude. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You're not that great or that bad. It's statistics. You need between the 5th and the 12th time to hit your 80% mark. Okay? So now, my top 5. This is what I said at the top. I said, why? This is the reason why, when I follow on up from what I'm saying, why 10% are closing 90% of the deals. This is why when you go to any organization, you always start seeing it being real small at the top. You see, start seeing it be real, real small at the top. Well, the reason why it's real small at the top, because most people, listen to this, most people don't do what is required to get to the top. That's why it's 10% of the people at the top. It's not because they had a silver spoon in their mouth. Oh, somebody must have helped them. Or, I know what it is. Somebody put all the stuff in their box. Or I know what it is. Yeah, they was using a different script. They give us these scripts. Stop telling yourself that story. What it is the consistent people that constantly follow up, don't care if you tell them no, do it anyway, constantly keep doing it over and over and over again. Them are the ones that's the last man standing, and they say yes to that person. Because all people are going to throw something at you. You ever realize if you have your husband, you have your wife, everybody trying to holler at you when you coming on out, but the one that really made it was the one that stuck it through, was consistent, was there with you on your good and bad days, and then said, I do. See, that took some time. Same thing here in business. So, my tips to following up. Here's my number 1, okay? My tips to following up is make sure when you call or when you text, you have new information. New information. If you just told me, hey, so Thermo X is great. It's absolutely amazing. Do you want it? And you come back in the inbox and you go, do you want the Thermo X? That's not a great follow-up. What's a great follow-up is, I remember the last time we talked about Thermo X. I just got off of training and I just found out if you pair Thermo X with Fat Fighters, you're actually going to lose more weight. Is there another good time for us to be able to talk? Because I really want to talk to you. See, you see how I introduced something else? I hit you from a whole nother area. Add value to people. Make sure when you follow up that you're following up with something new every time. And you're like, dang, Tracy, 5 to 12 times. Amen. Yes. Every time you follow up something different. Another idea. You follow up with them for the 3rd time. And you're like, okay, I know I told you about Thermo X and Fat Fighters. I know it's another week. Hopefully I'm not bothering you, but I just really want you to understand that I'm here to help you. So I want to share with you some photos of people who've used Thermo X and Fat Fighters. 3rd time contact, something totally different. Now this person is going, just imagine how you would be feeling if I did that to you. You're like, dang, I got pictures. She can give me a new product. You may be going, maybe, not sure, right? Then you turn on around and you look on up, and now you have a customer who just texted you and told you they lost 3 pounds. Screen caption that. Send that to her or him and go, Oh, I know we haven't talked yet. I know you're probably busy, but I wanted to share with you one of my customers. They just lost 3 pounds this week. I would love to be able to set up an appointment with you. I know that you're busy, and I'm very flexible. Maybe it's something that you need on a Sunday. See, when you start being resourceful to people and start showing them different options, what they're going to start saying is, maybe I'm the dumb one here. Why haven't I said yes? I'm looking down her wall. Her page is absolutely amazing. Her stories are great. I see all these things. Why haven't I said yes yet? And then you get to that 5th time, and then they're like, okay, you didn't got me. That 6th time, you didn't got me. That 10th time, you didn't got me. It is literally 80% is what I just shared you. 80% of your sales come between 5th and 12th time. So develop that. Go in with a new thing each time. A new thing each time. My second tip is, make sure when you're talking in people's inboxes and you're following up with them and you're talking to them, don't know everything. Just don't know everything. Do you hear me? So a lot of you all who say, I want to learn everything before I start selling to people, oh, you are screwing yourself. You want to know why? Because people are very leery of people who know every dang on thing. How do you know everything? So being that you know everything, it must be a catch somewhere because I don't know about this. So that could be a reason of your no. So how do I not know everything? I got to be able to sell them the Thermo X, Tracy. What am I supposed to say? Leave something to the imagination. So, hey guys, I'm telling you about this Thermo X. This pill is absolutely amazing. I remember when I came in the company, I didn't even use this product. I had to find out about it. And we have so many other things that I'm constantly learning. And one thing that I'm really, really good with all of my people is I stay really, really resourceful. And anything you need to know, if I don't know, I'm going to make sure I know for you. Wow. If you have a story right now that you didn't like the coffee, y'all, I hated the coffee when I first did the coffee. I did. So I'm not going to sit on this thing and be like, yes, and the coffee has MCT, oat butter oil. No, I'm going to tell them, guess what? And they're like, I don't drink coffee. I'm like, I didn't either. Coffee gave me a headache. I had to learn how to try it. It was a lot of trial and error. But you know what? I just had to stick with it because I learned them principles that were there. And now I love the coffee. Like now I do. So I want to teach you the same thing. You sound just like me. I want to teach you how to do it too. So don't know everything. Do not know everything. You can't. So for those of you who are watching this and you thinking you got to be a jack of all trades to do it, no, you don't. You have to be somebody who's willing to learn, and you got to show them that you're there for them. Because guess what? It's a lot of you all who have made these higher ranks. When we get to higher ranks, still don't know everything. And it's just like their customers still love them because guess what? They'll send them a leaflet. They'll go ask. They'll do a screen caption to the next person. I don't know. Let me ask my business partner. That person going to keep coming to you because they know you're going to get the answer. You don't know everything, but you will get it. And then they'll feel like you're not trying to oversell them. So if you're scared of sales, don't sell. Don't go in knowing everything. Show you are resourceful. Number 3, reference things in your post. So if you have these amazing scripts, save pictures in your phone. Save screen captions, testimonials. Be ready. You won't get that when you first come on in, but you will acquire it over some time. So when you go back in a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth time, show some pictures. Show some testimonials. Have yourself armed for some additional things. Hey, have your list. You know when you do your reshares of, say for instance, I've done a live and you love my live and you share it on your wall. Use that next person as a tool. In network marketing, it's about using tools. It's not about you knowing everything. So if you go and you use my video and then underneath it, you start tagging everybody who was asking that question and you go, hey, like Michael's name is on up here. And I go, Michael, hey, I didn't know something. I found it for you, Michael. Look, Mike, I got it. That person is going to be like, oh my God, he's working for me. That's my rep. You know how people say I got my hairstylist, my nail girl. You want to be their rep. That's my person. That's my weight loss girl. That's my weight loss guy. Because they know you're working for them. Number 4, be resourceful. Hey, if you see them on their wall and they're talking about something, don't just always make it about a product. So say, for instance, you're an excellent mom like me. I love to juggle. I juggle things very well. And if I see somebody down my wall that's struggling and juggling, and they haven't said yes, keep in mind, they still in my inbox. They ain't told me yes with nothing. I'll hit them in their inbox and I'll go, hey, I saw you were looking for such and such for your daughter. Hey, if you go to Target, they have it. It's usually over there by the kids aisle, or it's over there by the kitchen aisle. Be resourceful. Be helpful. Add value. Don't just come into somebody's inbox when you want something, because people are used to everybody wanting something, and people are sick and tired of you just being the last person who wants something from me. Give something. Be resourceful. Give. What can I give? Hey, do an exercise with yourself. Even tonight, on your social media, tonight, what I want you to do is don't ask nobody for jack for 30 minutes. Go on everybody's wall and just answer questions for them. Answer questions. Every problem they have, drop in their inbox and go answer the question. Just don't want nothing. Just go be of service. See what that does for you. Number 1, it's going to make your heart feel absolutely amazing, because it feels very good to give somebody who's having a problem and you can fix it. It feels so freaking good. It does. So just because you did that, you're going to feel great. And then when you feel great, you're going to make them feel great. And then they're going to come back on your wall and they're going to be like, why haven't I? Wait a minute. Who is this? She all helpful and stuff. Who told her to come help me? Wait a minute. She don't even want nothing. She's just being resourceful. She's just helping me. Then number 5, and this is my favorite one. Yeah, I'm a social butterfly, and a lot of you all know things, right? A lot of you all know where to get the best shoes, who's the best life insurance agent. Y'all know travel people. Y'all know everything, right? People love to be in your circle. They love to know, like, if they like you, they want to be just like you. They want to do the things in which you do. Get yourself a good reference list. Get you a good reference list. So if they're talking about going on to travel, hey, guess what? I know you're traveling. I know you got your reps and you about to go and you're looking for a vacation because you're trying to go somewhere. Hey, girl, I got like 4 travel people. Let me hook you up. See, if you can get in her circle, if you can get in his circle, they're going to want to do business with you, because now you're cross-referencing. You're referring things to them. See, people do not like people that only show up on their doorstep for something. It's annoying. It's annoying. And if you are only doing, I gave you the stats. If you're only coming in, who sent you? I swear, if you're only popping up when you want something, or you're only popping up at the end of the month when it's time for you to go and get your promotion, or you're only popping on up just because you want to talk about Thermo X, that is operating in amateur style. There's amateurs and there's professionals. And guess what? Professionals were amateurs at some point. At some point, a professional was an amateur. And then they realized, I can't do business like that. I'm going to go out of business. When you'll notice you're crossing into professional, when you start saying, what am I doing? Not saying that it's actually the customer. Okay? They just don't want to buy nothing, and people just don't want to run no business nowadays. Cut it. And don't put that mess down your wall, as I told you earlier. Take it off. That's very amateur. And when you do that, you'll have a very difficult time building a team. You have a very difficult time getting customers. Take it off. Instead, add value. Go live often and talk about products, right? Then go live often and maybe share like your mom hack. Share your business hack. Share something that ain't got nothing to do with you wanting something. See, when your brain starts twitching that way, that's when you're going to go diamond. You're going to go double diamond. You're going to go triple diamond. You're going to go presidential. You're going to look up and money you haven't even seen is going to be coming your way because what you're doing is acting and responding as a professional. Because now you truly understand sales. You truly understand that follow-up is a part of it. No more can I say I can only respond to somebody one time. No more can I ever say they must ain't got no money. Because as a professional, we know how many times it's 5 to 12. As a professional, that's what professionals do. Professionals show up all the time. Professionals do work regardless if their team is working or not. Because at the end of the day, they need their check. And they don't got time to play with you like that. That's a professional. So in order to call more professionals to you, you got to model the behavior. In order to call more customers to you, you have to model the behavior. In order to get your team to do what you want your team to do, you must model the behavior. So when you look down and you see, my team ain't doing this, you got to be able as a professional to say, am I doing and I modeling what I desire? Am I the best model for what it is that I want? Are my standards there? Do I have standards in place that this is how we work? This is how we function? When you go, do I have standards that say we follow up with customers? We don't talk bad about customers and go, oh, you lost that dang on mad. Unless we just joking, but we gonna call her back. Because we professionals and that money that residual needs to end up in my account. Because what we're doing is we're treating our business like professionals. So that's the reason why I did this training tonight. I wanted you to understand on Friday, last Friday, my follow-up sales hour 1 to 3 should have been packed, but it wasn't. So being that it wasn't packed, it let me know sales were not going to be where they needed to be because you don't have the information in order to get the sales to that point, and then not understanding that you got to follow up if you want to see commas in your check. You have to constantly follow up. You have to constantly call yourself to the yard. You got to constantly be a professional. Because if you want professional money, you got to act professionally. You have to do things that professionals do. And professionals respond. That's the reason why 10% are at the top. Because usually only 10% want to act professionally. So, this training tonight was done to set some things straight. And also to put more money, I'm telling you out of love, I want to put more money in your pocket. I want you to look on up and you going, oh my God, I remember the day that I was juggling 2 things. That my part-time gig make more than my full-time gig. And now I'm over here and I got so much money that I'm actually out here now I'm investing. Because that's what you're in. You got the vehicle that's here. The vehicle is right here. There are people in this company that are making over $100,000 a month. You want to know how? They're following up consistently. They're not putting their excuses before actually getting it done. They're like, you know what? If I don't got it in my account, I got to keep on. If I got to text 200 people, 300 people, whatever, I want to get to the point where I can make decisions for myself. And the only way I'm going to be able to make decisions for myself is if I'm consistent and I follow up and I'm very consistent and I follow up and I'm very consistent and I show up and I follow up and I model the behavior in which I desire to have. And if my team isn't doing it, it's because I'm not doing it strong enough. I got to keep doing it. I got to show up. Every time I make a post, shoot, everybody needs to know it. They need to see me. They got to see me louder and prouder now that I'm here because I am a professional. I am a professional. I act like a professional. I'm going to follow up. I'm not going to hear a no and go away. It's not going to occur. But guess what? I am duplicatable. I am duplicatable. And the way that I am duplicatable is to do what I do. So now, when I read you those statistics at the beginning, and I'm going to read them again because I want them to be embedded in your head. And I know we got a lot of people that came on after fact. So I'm going to say these stats again. 48% of salespeople never follow up with the prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Remember what I shared with you? 10% of the people are 90% of the high top. So only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Okay? But now, let's get into some other stats. 2% of sales occur on the first time. So there is no more contacting anybody for one time because we are not amateurs and we are not in the 2%. So there's no more contacting somebody one time. No more. Unless you want 2% of pay. If you're here for $20, cool beans. I'm not. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. So now that we understand that we're so low at 3 people, there's no more contacting nobody for no 2 times because guess what? Ain't nobody got time for $30. I'm not here and doing all this work for $30, and I know you're not either. So no more 3. Then 5% of sales are made on the third contact. So there's no more batter swing. 3 strikes you out, and then I'm gone. Because now you a 5%er then. If you're 3 striking and you out on the 3%, you're a 5%er. You want 5% of the return on your investment. 5%. That's all you want. If you're going to contact them 3%, guess what? If you're going to contact them 3 times, you want to be a 5%er. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. So if you want 10%, if you want to live off of a 10% of an income, we're going to go to 4 times. Now, majority, if you're still on this training with me, and y'all don't think I done half lost my mind, by now, you want to be right here. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Ding, ding, ding. Now we got professionals. Now we got people that's actually walking away from jobs. Now we got people that's out here paying for vacations off of money that they just slept and got. Now we have positions where we taking husbands and we bringing them home, or a husband is bringing a wife home, because now we're acting like we're professionals. We're professionals here. When trainings are happening, we're showing up. When somebody is asking you to fill a 400 box, you already on top of it because you already know you got to keep on following up because you're a professional. You want commas in your check. You didn't come here to keep on watching Show Me the Monies on Monday and keep seeing everybody else living their best life while you sitting out here trying to figure out what the heck am I supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to come from amateur to professional. And in order to get to professional, you have to get into the 80th percentile, which says 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. So thank you guys for tuning on in. I love my sales trainings, and I did them live, and I'm doing them live, so therefore they can stay forever. So therefore, if you hear somebody on your team that goes, I'm contacting people and they just ain't got no money, you go tag them here and say, hey, no, I need you to go get this. There's a sermon. There's a sermon on sales. There's a sermon. And Pastor Tracy Madrie, she is about to tell us how to be professional. Because, see, I have a goal and I have a dream. And my dreams and my goals are real for myself. And every day I'm going to show up. And guess what? In my dreams and my goals, it's to see you with me. It's to have you with me. It's to have you on the stage with me. It's to have you in the top 150 in the company. But it's not going to happen until you become a professional. So thanks. I see everybody tagging everything. I'm about to go bye-bye. And guess what I'm about to do? Because I'm about to go ahead and even me myself. Y'all, I am 11 from being boxed for presidential. And I'm about to work my whole tail off till I get it. And there is no such thing as non-retention. I am not an amateur. Neither are you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm about to take my time because I've been pouring into everybody. I've been adding value. I've been doing all these amazing things. And guess what? I'm about to show up for my business right now. And I'm going to open up my office. I'm going to open up a work office this evening. And in this work office this evening, I'm following up with contacts. From now for 1 hour, I'm hitting up everybody. And I'm going to add some value. And I'm going to share some pictures. And I'm going to make sure I voice text. And I'm going to get people where? In my dang on e-suite, because I am a professional and so are you. If you want to join me this evening, The code is 853-298-8490. I'm going to post this on out here for you. I'm going to post these stats in here, and I'm going to post that, and I would absolutely love to be able to see my professionals on my Zoom. Talk to you later.